What is up, guys? Walo J here, and I'm here with my co-host. I'm fucking looking at you. Say something.
I know, but I'm waiting for you to say all these different names. I don't know which one you want me to be today.
When I say I'm here with my co-host, that means you jump in and you say something.
Shady, Wedsonia, blah, blah, blah.
Whatever the fuck you want to call yourself.
I don't even know anymore.
That's fine with me.
It's a different day.
All right, so who are you today?
I'm Shary.
Shary Arnold, my co-host. And also behind the boards,
Me.
El Producer Chris.
El Producer.
I feel like I haven't seen you guys in like forever.
I know,
I
it's
thought
amazing.
you guys did a podcast last week.
We did,
yeah.
but we did it on Friday. So it's amazing
was
how just that
weird.
one day extra kind of makes the rest of the
I know.
week seem. Now, granted, I agree with Amanda. Like Amanda said, like this week just felt long.
Ugh.
I don't know why.
Full moon.
Like my nothing.
No,
Just kidding.
the last 2 days for me it felt long because Tyler's been out of school for the last 2 days. So,
Oh, I bet he was loving that shit.
oh, he always loves it. But anytime I'm here, I go out in the mornings, do what I need to do, hit some sites, and then come back and I try to do my work from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been sitting up here with me while I've been working. So that's been
So what is he doing up here when you're working?
watching his iPad, telling me stories, asking me trivia questions, telling me stories about kids in school.
Hey, did you know this?
Hey, did you know this? Dad, do you wear a wedding band? No. Okay, because I saw a guy that got his finger cut off because of his wedding band. And I'm like,
He got gloved.
yeah, it's a plethora of whatever happens
Dad,
to be.
do you like your scrum eaten?
No, he doesn't. I definitely change up the podcast that I'm listening to whenever he's up here.
What are you listening to when he's up here?
Mainly, I just put on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
I'll put on Twitch. There's a couple of channels I follow that are playing games, and I'll just put those over here.
Okay.
So then that way, they're good channels. So I don't have to worry about it.
There's no cussing.
Yeah, we're not listening to Joey Diaz or some of those.
Yeah.
I'm about halfway through that one with Your Mom's House podcast.
Oh my God, I was laughing my ass off.
It
was fucking hilarious.
It's pretty funny. I've been doing that one. I finished up a couple of my Rogan ones that I'm still behind on.
What was the last one that I heard on Rogan? I'm pretty much cut up.
Last one I heard, because sometimes the way my truck works is it won't grab the oldest, it'll grab the newest.
Right.
So when I got in my work truck the other day, I went ahead and grabbed Herb Dean's one,
Okay.
which was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his explanation on why the stoppage on the
Between
Askren
Lawler
fight.
and Ben Askren.
It made a lot
Yeah.
more sense hearing it. The way he explained it made a lot more sense. That's why I was in that group that we're in. I was telling Brandon, I was like, you should go listen to this because it makes sense. And I hate it that I'm part of that group now because I've become that guy.
What guy?
Where I was literally arguing stats and shit on top 10 quarterbacks
come
the other day. I'm going, oh my God, I'm that
You've
guy.
become that douchebag that
become
argues
that
with
guy.
people online. Mm.
Yep. Because they were like Terry Bradshaw shouldn't be number one, shouldn't be
Number
in the
10.
top, number 10, and I was like, bullshit.
He got 5 rings, right?
Yeah, 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Because when Ben won it for the first time, he's like the one for the thumb.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
The one that he stuck up that chick's ass.
yeah. Now, granted, I mean, I agreed with some of them, but Brandon's point was, he thought Aikman should be above Bradshaw, and I was like, I completely disagree
Wait
with that.
a minute. Aikman only had what, 2?
3, I believe.
3?
Yeah.
Bradshaw had 4. So
He did, but Aikman also had more passing yards. Aikman had a better completion percentage, but you also have to remember who the Aikman's receivers were in that time frame too. Yeah,
Michael Irving.
and I also feel like that the NFL was a different sport when Bradshaw played versus when Aikman played. So
True. It's more advanced, more technology, more
different.
everything.
It's
yeah.
just different.
It's a
different
era.
eras. Yeah.
Yeah, different eras. And there again, that's why the top 10 are the greatest ever. All those are just argument lists.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all because I agree with him on some points. He was like,
click.
yeah, he said he would put Dan Fouts or Warren Moon above Bradshaw.
Warren Moon never won a championship.
He didn't, but he was a fucking good
he was a
quarterback.
gunslinger.
Yeah.
But he never won a championship.
No, he didn't.
So,
but
sorry, Warren Moon.
There you go. This
You're the Charles Barkley of the NFL. You're the... Oh, wait. Dan Marino plays in the NFL.
Yeah.
He never won a championship. That's gotta suck.
It does.
Because Marino was indeed one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
Yeah.
You know, passing yards, touchdowns.
Yep.
I mean, the man's resume speaks for itself, but hey, bro, you're missing the hot wheel.
Yeah, I mean, it just didn't make it.
Let me put it to you this way.
I mean, let's see. Hold on.
Byron Leftwich has a ring with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Dan Marino does not have a ring. How does that sit with him?
Yeah, but is Byron running around wearing that ring?
He should.
Fuck no, he should.
Why not? He was part of the team.
Yeah, he was. I mean,
yeah, but at that point, is it the luck of the draw?
What do you mean luck of the draw?
Being on the team versus
that was for him 100%.
You've got
he got
Dan Marino, who was a good quarterback, and then
difference doesn't make. I'm just saying it's got to be eating up Marino. The Leftwich has a ring, and he doesn't.
So it went Brady, Montana, Breeze, Manning, Marino, Staubach, Favre, Young, Elway, Bradshaw.
Favre? Well, he did win one. So.
He did. But it's kind of funny because they've got the teams like, Montana, which I agree, number 2.
He won, 3?
49ers in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And, like everybody's got like 2 teams, Manning 2 teams, Breeze 2 teams, Young 2 teams. Favre, 1, 2, 3, 4 teams. So it's really interesting to remember that because you almost forget, at least I do, that he played for the Jets.
Played for the Jets, played for Minnesota, and
he also played
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah. So, but you never think about that. You really only think about Favre in Green Bay and Minnesota.
I think he was in Atlanta very long before he got picked up by Green Bay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think it was like a year maybe or 2 at the most.
But it's just one of those things like you just never correlate that. It's just like, okay, Joe Torre.
Yeah.
Yankees, right? Yeah. Well, he played for the Braves.
Okay.
He was a catcher for the Braves, but nobody ever knows that they never associate, that with Joe Torre. Joe Torre's always Yankees. So
true. Well, I guess. I mean, I don't follow football outside like I used to anymore.
Neither do I. I like Terry Bradshaw, even if he, and I was like, I thought, he deserves 10. I like him. He's great. And he's funny as hell.
Well, I'm boycotting the NFL anyway, so.
For what now?
Not because of racial issues or anything. I just want to sound cool.
Okay.
And like I'm informed about what's going on in the NFL and shit like that. Yeah.
I like that.
I like to pretend that I'm in the know-how. So
okay.
I'm just going to boycott them.
Good idea.
Just because.
Yeah, just because.
Just because I want to go against the grain and seem interesting.
Yeah.
Make people think there's something going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Either that or you got to go the opposite way and start using we anytime you talk about the team.
Using what?
We.
Oh!
We won.
Bruh.
I know you did that a while back. And you caught yourself.
I caught myself. I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? How are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What
do you mean, we?
That's when the Jags were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we had Austin here. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. And I come rolling in. How are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, no, I blanked myself.
I almost slapped myself.
Yeah, you did. You were like, you could just see the disappointment in your face.
Oh, man, I was like, I said we.
I'm so disappointed.
I'm like, I haven't played it down. I haven't run.
Never been on the field.
I haven't ran for any yardage. I haven't caught any balls besides my own in the shower.
But, man, I tell you were there in the cheering section.
Oh, I was like, yeah.
Did you see Austin on the ice?
Dude, he's got skills.
Right?
What's he doing?
He was just skating.
He was like a little spoof. He was like testing out for the ice, to be the Iceman's
net mover
or whatever. And I was not expecting to see what I saw. I was expecting him to get on the ice and kind of be like,
God, he's so big. I can't even imagine.
Listen,
dude, he got on the ice and fucking flew.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ. There again.
You imagine Austin playing for the Iceman?
Fuck no.
You see that motherfucker coming at you like 100 miles an hour about to check you. I'd be like, I'm laying down.
Yeah. I'm not doing this.
Man, because, on those skates, you go faster than actual running.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to let Austin check me into the boards.
Oh my God, that would be so awesome.
I just want to turn into
and
dust.
then the brawl.
Yeah, no, I'm not brawling with him.
Who's gonna fuck with him?
I want to see it though.
He towers over everybody.
Yeah.
Just the range alone.
Yeah, and then, I mean, he's already taller than everybody as is. And
He
then
can goalie on his knees.
Yeah. And then he adds 3
And
more
just
inches with
still
the
block.
skates on. It's like, dude, he's like, he almost could like look over the glass. It's like, fuck, Austin.
You imagine he'd be recording like knockouts every night.
Jesus.
82 games, 82 knockouts for Austin Lane.
Nope. I would never go in a fight on the ice.
Power
again.
forward for the Iceman. Wait, do they have, is there such a thing as a power forward?
No.
Well, guess what?
There is now.
That position just invented.
Yeah. But he moved really fucking good on skates.
Forward and backwards.
Yeah. Like when I watched it, I was like, holy shit.
I know. I was amazed, bro.
I was too. I wanted to tweet at him and be like, yo, good feet.
You would think that he'd be like a giraffe, like a baby giraffe.
That's exactly what I was expecting. Literally.
Yes.
I was expecting like baby step skating or some shit like that. No, like dude just went boop, boop, and shot. And I was like, holy shit.
Wrong one.
I didn't even press it.
Yeah, I know.
I saw you press it.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah.
did.
I was just trying to scroll up.
Nope,
I saw you
it.
press it.
My bad.
That was Walo, Austin.
But anyway.
Check him.
No.
Yeah, no.
No. Well, in order for me to get checked, I would have to be on the ice.
Yeah, and I'm not coming on that side of the glass.
Bruh, listen. I'm not making a fool out of myself.
I'll go on the ice on his team.
I can't ice skate. You know, I could barely inline skate, so I know that I can't ice skate.
We went ice skating this winter. It was fun.
Did you? I've never been ice skating.
Jacob, though.
St. Augustine?
No, up here in Jack's.
No, at the,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Never mind.
We went to Adventure Landing. They turned some part of the water place into an ice skating rink. It was really fun. And Jacob, I thought would like struggle. All of a sudden, he's gone and just lapping everybody. I'm like, holy shit! He had never gone ice skating before.
Huh.
See, I mean, I've skateboarded, stuff like that. So it probably would. I mean,
He inline skates. So
I would be that giraffe for a little bit. I'm sure.
Bro, you'll be a hippo.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Caitlin's hugging the wall the whole time, and Jacob's just whoosh whoosh like.
No. That's something I'm not doing. That's for sure.
Did you used to do the skating ring thing back in the day when
Oh,
skating
man.
rinks were hot?
All
Yeah.
the time.
Did you?
But roller skating.
Yeah. That's
It's
what I
different.
meant. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, couples to the floor.
Yep.
Couples to the floor.
We used to
I have
live-
your song playing right now. Grab a hold of your lady and let's hit the tracks.
Either that or they'd have the races, so they would play Danger Zone, for the races. Because we stayed, there used to
Limbo.
be Limbo. Yep.
No.
We the one there in Orange Park, it used to be called Skating Space way
Okay.
back in the day, and that's where my mom and dad went. Friends of theirs went skating and all like that. So I just since I was a kid, I didn't have a choice. So I lived there Friday and Saturday nights from open to close.
We went all the time
Yeah, I was good. Believe it or not, that was before I got fat.
before.
Yeah, I wasn't always fat. You put that fucking thumb away. Put that fucking thumb away.
So you were skating when you were 2?
What do you
Oh,
mean?
thanks, Shary. Fucked up.
Shary with the diss.
Right. Yeah, get her. I had to give her one. I already got her today.
That's right. Jackass.
Hey, it worked. It was good.
Yeah. That was a good
I found it. I found the place.
Yeah. She found her way back.
Yeah,
I got kids. I got stuff to do.
I know. So how many days this week did you do? 3?
Yeah, I did 3 this week. I wanted to go today, but I had to take the boys to the vet. So
The boys?
Yeah.
I got
You got kids, yo.
I got kids.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
What puppies did you get?
These puppies are 10 years old.
Yeah.
What?
It's from a previous marriage.
Oh, those.
Yeah.
Yeah. My pugs.
Yeah. The pugs.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't married, but
Yeah.
Right.
they live with mom, but I still
You took them to the doctor?
I still see my boys,
Right.
So she had something to do. Her husband, couldn't take him, so I'm like, I'll take him. No big deal.
Yeah.
So I had to take him to the vet, and I couldn't make the workout. I wanted to go afterwards, but I had some other shit I had to do, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to skip it today. And I was a little disappointed because the last couple of weeks I've been there, you know, like religiously. I'm going.
Yeah, last week you did 4.
I'm going on 3 weeks now, and man, I gotta send a shout out to Dean Grant and the training yard. I'm feeling great. You know,
Nice.
I'm still heavy. I'm still fat. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
You're doing the strength and conditioning?
Strength and conditioning. And I haven't done any jiu-jitsu. He keeps pushing me that he wants me to come back to jiu-jitsu. And I'm like, you know, I'm being honest with you, bro. I don't feel like doing it. And besides, like after strength and conditioning,
there ain't no gas left in the tank.
No. Fuck no.
I've seen a lot of posts lately on my Facebook about people losing motivation. You know, in the middle of, they're not white belts, they're not blue belts even. Some of them are purple and brown, and they're like, man, I'm losing my motivation. I don't want to go train. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm like, dude, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just taking
everybody goes through peaks and valleys.
I'm just taking some time off. I'm, you know, when the urge hits, you best believe that I'm going to be back there full time, you know. But for right now, I'm focusing on strength and conditioning, and I'm telling you guys, I feel great. So shout out to Dean and shout out to the training yard. And also I want to send a shout out to the boys at Puma for making these dope shoes.
Boom.
They're like Skechers. They're comfortable, but they're flat. So my feet don't go like
wobbly
when I'm lifting and shit. So thank you, Puma, for making a good shoe.
He hit a nice PR last week or this week on his.
2 pounds?
That wasn't a PR.
That wasn't a PR. Oh, just coming back into
coming back. Yeah.
Oh, so what's the PR?
I think my PR was like 385.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're
Squatting?
not far off.
Yeah.
So we're not far off.
No.
What'd you get?
340.
Ooh.
Yeah. Michelle has video of me almost pooping my pants.
Hello, hemorrhoid.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Somehow I got down the YouTube rabbit hole the other night. Was watching strength, weightlifting competition fails, and I have learned that if I ever go to a weightlifting meet, that I will not be in the front 2 rows ever of people lifting.
Yeah, no.
Because you just watch the guys lift and then just vomit, start shooting out. I'm like, yep, not doing that.
Yeah, me neither.
I can't watch the fails, especially when there's like bones breaking.
Yeah, there's some that really.
Oh, like the girl that was lifting in heels.
I've
fucking
seen
idiot.
that.
She gets what she deserves. I don't have any
yeah.
sympathy for
You
that.
fucking
I cannot
moron.
watch that gymnast that broke both of her legs and dislocated both for her knee. I cannot. I watched like the first, when you're scrolling through Facebook and it starts the video and I saw her hit and I was like, nope, scroll. Like
I can't watch stuff like that.
Some I can, some I can't. Like I saw that one. It's one of those things where you've seen it. Okay, I've seen it. I don't need to watch it again. I don't ever need to see it again.
If there's bones sticking out of their bodies and blood and shit like that, I'm like, no, I'm not watching that.
Hers was bad.
Bad. She was like, please stop reposting that. Like, I'm in enough pain as it is.
Yeah.
I just lost my whole career. Like, this isn't funny.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, sometimes I watch that stuff. Like, it comes across. I mean, I'm not looking for it, but, let's say, for example, somebody sends me something.
Yeah, I'm not on Live Leak searching for the shit.
Yeah. And I'll see it. And I literally feel like a small amount of pain in my body just watching it. It's like a little electric, thing going. And I'm like, oh, in whatever part of the body is it that I'm watching getting broken. So if it's like the arm, my arm would hurt. Or my
sympathy
leg.
Pains.
Yeah, sympathy pains. I guess that's what it is.
I saw her I was like, no.
Yeah.
My legs, I felt the same. Like, my legs just started throbbing and I was just sick to my stomach.
There was some on the fails. Like, you'd see a guy, like one guy was benching, maxing out. And he had, I don't understand all the different grips some people use, but I guess he was using like the suicide grip for the bench where he doesn't have his thumbs.
The hook.
Yeah, he doesn't hook. He just, straight like that. And the bar just comes right off, drops like, 450 down onto his chest. Oh! And you just see it. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. Between that, the guy that like ripped his pec while he's benching, you just watch the muscle just rip from here and just ball up into his chest. It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I saw a guy do that in our weight room with his bicep. I watched the guy's bicep just basically rip off of the bone up here, and it balled up into his armpit. That sucked.
I'm gonna pass on that. Like if I feel something is not right,
there's no reason to see it.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'll take weight off at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I can't do this.
I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I don't care if I'm.
No, me neither.
Well, that's why I have to be careful here because there's no, when I'm working out, the only person that's here is Tegan. So what is she going to do? She can't spot me for shit.
No.
So, it's not like I'm putting heavy weights on my squats or, my benches and stuff.
My benches were weak. I'll tell you that much right now.
One plate?
No,
1 plate week or?
I had, I think it was like 150 pounds.
Okay.
Shit.
So
I can't even do 100.
That's weak. I'm 250. So that's weak. So I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling happy about that.
Yeah. But that's not max, that's working out. Right?
Still.
Yeah. Well, that's what that's what our coach, our coach at football, he never really made us go up in weights. He always it was 150 on the rack and you just did 10 sets of 10. Yeah. 10 sets of 10.
Yeah.
So you did 100 reps of 150. Yeah. So, and then our strength coach, he would max us out, occasionally. Make us do, 1 week it was just, 10 sets of 10s, and then next week we'd do pyramids and shit like that. So, because when I went to school, our football program was like an actual program. So there were weight days, practice days, and stuff like that. So they told us what to do.
Yeah. Well, whenever you get ready.
I told you I had to budget shit for pool pump. That was $500.
Yeah.
So that hurt.
All right.
But the pool's working. And you'd be proud of me. I saved some ducks Thursday.
Oh, you did? What did you do?
Yeah, we had some, I've got a family of mallards that for like the last 2 years has always come to the pool.
Yeah.
They'll land, swim for a second, jump out, dry off, and then they go and sit on the bulkhead and chill.
Yeah.
Well, Mama came with
brand new babies.
With babies.
They can't swim very long.
No, they could swim fine. It's just the problem is they couldn't get out of the pool. Mama could get out of the pool, but when they tried to jump, they would chest to the coping.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, shit. And then they kept swimming, getting close to the intake. So I was like, ah. So I went around the front, come around, shut the pool off, went and got a beach chair, fold out beach chair, put it in the shallow.
Yeah.
So they had a ramp.
Okay.
Well, they're too fucking dumb. They'd swim under it because there's a gap and not go, hey, I could just go up this.
They're like, it's a lazy river.
It's a lazy river.
It's a baby, bro.
So I ended up taking the skimmer and me and Tyler kind of corralled and moved and I'd skim one out. And it was hilarious. Like I'd get him and I set him out and he just runs the opposite way you are. Well, Mama and them are back kind of behind me. He just ran off the end of the bulkhead, just and just straight off the back. Landed in the grass and then run around. The other one swam back. I got it out. It ran into the house or towards the house and got pinned in the corner. So I was able to catch it, put it in my hands and let it go. And it ran straight to Mama and them. And then they went back into the woods.
I love seeing all the baby duckies and then they grow up and they're ugly as fuck.
This one, well, those are Muscovies or whatever. Those are ugly ducks.
We saved a couple last year. Mommy got eaten.
Yeah.
So the babies were.
Well, that's what I was worried because there were only 2. So I have a feeling they've had a couple accidents over, since those babies were born. Because most of the time they have a pretty large clutch of eggs.
They do, yeah.
And to only have 2. They've probably, cats, coyotes, whatever's probably gotten a few of them.
You feel good about yourself? You saw some ducks?
I save fucking animals all the time.
Speaking of duck, Michelle and I went to Dora for her birthday dinner. Mm-hmm. And I had the duck.
How'd you like it?
Oh my God, it was fucking delicious.
I don't think I've ever had duck.
Duck done right is amazing.
You got to render the fat.
Well, they cooked it medium.
Okay.
And they had...
Isn't that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it should be. It should be almost red. And
medium rare, or whatever.
Medium.
Yeah. So I had it medium, and it had these apples shavings on top. Oh my God, that was the best meal I've had in a long time.
Nice.
It was so delicious. I was like so impressed that I'm like, this is on my list of restaurants that will definitely come back.
Okay.
And I'm going to have the duck breast again. Because it was so fucking good.
Amanda made duck a couple years ago for Christmas dinner. Oh my God, it was so good.
Oh, did it? Came out right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, there again, she knows how to cook. So.
Well, I didn't say she didn't, but duck is not something that people cook all the time.
No, she did her research on it, and I'm sure probably watched a video or two on that's how.
I don't want to. Because
you could really fuck
duck.
up duck.
Yeah.
You know, you can fuck it up pretty easy.
I watch all those Gordon Ramsay shows, and they're always fucking duck up.
I saw it, and it was, you know, I could see the pink and all that, and I'm like, yeah, this is a bird, and it's.
Everybody thinks that, like, when you haven't cooked it before, they think you
gotta steak, bro.
You gotta go white, and it's like, no,
if you do that, it's too far.
It's done.
It's just like tuna. Yeah, I've heard people ordering tuna going, yeah, I like it medium well. Oh, it's like, get the fuck out of here.
The weekend before that, remember how we were talking about having seafood and fuck, man, I want some seafood.
Right.
We went to Safe Harbor the week before on a Sunday. Man, I got me a tuna poke bowl. That tuna was so fucking delicious. Like, I'm thinking about it right now, and I want to go now.
That's what I'm looking. I hate to say that. It's one of the things I'm looking for most when we go to Hawaii is just having all the seafood.
All the seafood,
the poke and all like that. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait.
The Spam.
Yes. Ugh. Fried. Dude, that's a staple. That's breakfast.
Yeah. Silent steak. Yeah. What are you talking about?
I've even Amanda, because Amanda's like you with that. She's like, I can't believe you're eating that. One weekend.
Did you like it?
I love it. Dude, I fry that shit up.
Listen.
Let's go.
Well, I make it in a stew, though.
Okay.
With potatoes, tomato sauce,
okay,
corn, and then you just eat it with white rice.
Let's go. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, it is so fucking delicious.
I even sent pictures to Dad because it was the morning. We went to Publix. I bought a can of Spam and a pack of bologna. And I had two pans on the stove, and I was frying Spam in one, and I was frying up some bologna in the other.
What the fuck is Spam?
Like, we don't know.
It's meat.
It's everything?
Yeah, it's meat.
We don't know for sure.
It's meat products.
It's like the leftover of the intestines and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. I'll save y'all.
And the colon.
I did buy some, like when we got hit with the hurricanes, I did buy some of that, but for my kids.
Dude, I've ate Spam since I was little.
When the hurricane came and we lost power for 2 days, I was cooking on a candle. And guess what I was eating?
Spam.
Spam and rice.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Cooking on a candle. I'm a genius, motherfuckers.
I know all my neighbors, it was hilarious because we were without power for like 4 days. And, you know, there's nothing to do. So everybody's like walking around their house. You walk down to the neighbors. Well, they see me in the morning. I'm walking down there and I got coffee in my hand. And they're like, how the fuck do you make coffee? Well, what do you mean? Well, we got no power. It's like, you ain't got a fucking grill? And then just like, what? I was like, dude, come. So I had to bring, two of them down to the house. I was like, here, would you like some coffee? Yeah. So heat up some water. I'm like, you need to get you a French press. You need to get the, either there or just go buy you an old cowboy canteen.
I loved when the power was out. I had fun.
The first night,
I remember it was like day 4 for me, and I think you might have gotten power already, and I said something about, I love like the storms and the power being out. He's like, I fucking hate you.
Dude, it's nice. Like the first night is fine. Because,
fuck that.
Well, no, it was good because it was cool. You could have all the windows open. It wasn't that bad. Just like anytime a hurricane comes through, the next day is normally cool. But then the following night and the night after and the night after, humid. It starts getting warmer and humid. And it's like, fuck. But that first night, it's just silent.
It's 2019. We shouldn't lose power ever. Fuck you.
I was at a restaurant. What day is it today? Saturday? I was at Mojo's barbecue.
Oh, I haven't had it. I thought you meant Mo's.
No, Mojo's.
Oh.
It's over on University. And we got in there. It hadn't been, it was overcast.
Overcast, okay.
And
we
get our food. We order our food, and all of a sudden you look outside, and the wind, and it gets dark, and the rain is sideways. Power starts flickering, and I love it.
Fucking hate you.
But then they let us off work early. I went home and made sure my dogs were okay.
Yeah, my mom's like that. She loves storms.
I love it.
She's a big storm. She loves watching storms. She loves hearing storms.
Other than Molly. Molly hates the storms.
Good for her.
Yeah, we've done hurricane chases before when we were kids, going down south to see the hurricanes and shit like that. Yeah,
I'd be a storm chaser.
Yeah, she would too. They actually have. You can that's a vacation package.
Really?
You can look up and go on storm chases, like tornado chases.
Like even in the middle of all the hurricanes, Matthew and Irma, I was outside in my car driving around.
Well, I was doing that because I was working. But then, even during the storm, I'm walking my neighborhood and I'm clearing out all the storm drains because they would get plugged up with just shit on them. because there was construction going on here, so they would have those black barriers on them.
Yeah.
So I'd take all those off and make it where water could actually start going somewhere. And everybody else is like looking, what the fuck is that guy doing? I'm trying to save the fucking neighborhood from flooding, assholes.
It's like, I hope you got a jet ski.
Right.
Otherwise, you're fucked.
You fuck.
I'd drive over to the Shands Bridge and just watch the water just pounding the shore, the bridge. But then it was Irma. It just completely took that land side of the bridge from on our side on St. John's, and just, you couldn't even cross the bridge. It was completely washed out.
Yeah. Where all the jetties were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shary loves destruction.
I do.
I enjoy, I mean, I'm kind of with her in a way, but then I don't. I'm with her in a way
I don't want people, you know.
Till you go and deal, you know, like when I had to deal with
Mexico
people
Beach,
die.
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
So it was weird because we have a bunch of jobs at the beach. So we were watching the weather, making sure, like, did we do enough? Did, you know, whatever the deal was with the wind and the rain. Because some of them, the whole envelope of the exterior is taken down. So we need to make sure that those are waterproofed and tight. So I was looking on the weather.com app, and all of a sudden it says, Michael upgraded to Hurricane 5. I'm like, Michael, it's a fucking year ago. What is weather.com talking about? But I guess
they just reclassified
they retroactively
it.
reclassified it because of
the damage. Which, I mean, if you went over there and you saw it, you were like, there's no way this fucking thing was a 4.
It was bad.
You know, it was a 5. Even, I mean, everybody you talked to
total
over
destruction, like nothing left.
Yeah.
Even driving along I-10, you can see the lanes of the wind.
Yeah, where it started.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. I know, because I was over there, like, you could get fuel, and then all of a sudden, nothing. No more fuel.
Nothing.
And then all the trees are snapped. And did I ever show you some of the pictures from over there?
Yeah, you said it's a couple.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was nutty. Yeah, that's right, I did. I did a big photo dump in the messenger. Yeah, it was rough. We're still doing jobs over there now on our towers.
Man, all the fucking pets and shit that were abandoned. That pissed me off so bad. I still see the one where the puppy spent a week in a house full of water. Somehow
that was North Carolina, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the first.
Managed to stay alive
on the top of a sofa or something floating in there.
And some guys heard the puppy, you know, barking and crying, and they finally went and rescued it. And I'm like, motherfucker, you left, but you didn't take your puppy.
I don't have a way. I didn't have bullshit.
You know what? I have a way.
Fucking hurricane is coming for 5 days at least.
Everything material gets left behind. I'm not taking TVs. I'm not taking fucking Xboxes. Nothing. A few articles of clothing and my pets.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything else you can replace. Insurance will pay for that. Mm-hmm. How do you look at yourself in the mirror knowing that you left some, you know, your
they tie it up to something outside so it fucking dies.
Your dog out or in the house knowing that most likely is going to die. How do you look at yourself in the mirror and say, oh, I'm a good person? No, you're a shit motherfucking person if you do that. In my book, at least.
No, I agree with you.
You know?
It's got to be a
paragraph 1, you are a shit person.
Hey, babe.
Hi.
You're a shit person.
Oh, you going to come join us?
Yeah, why not?
All right, come on.
Yeah.
We're talking about shitty fucking people.
Yeah.
Move Walo shit.
Yeah, throw it on the floor. It's okay.
You shitty person. Put that in the seat.
Well, you know.
Did you know I was coming up here?
That seat hasn't been occupied in over a month, so. Feel glad. Your headphones are right there. I think your mic should be hot.
Not yet. I'm waiting for it to get all set up. I'll turn it on.
All right.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Okay, now
slide the mic up.
Yeah, put it to your mouth like, you know.
Like you know how.
Like Chris's nuts.
There you go.
They're hairy.
They're
You should
I thought you said you manscaped. We talked about this.
Chris.
Religiously.
I don't know about religiously, but I don't either religiously, so it's one of those like.
It ain't summer yet.
Yeah, it's not
what do
summer
I feel
yet.
down here?
That's
Oh,
the
okay.
dog.
Bowling ball. Okay.
If you shave, I'll shave. You know, one of those
Now
things.
you know.
Look at you there. Freshly
Well, this is
shaved this
perfect
morning.
that she came up because I was reading something the other day on the long-term effects of marijuana.
Marijuana.
And they came out with some sort of report saying that it could cause, whatchamacallit, what is it? I think I wrote it down here.
No cancer?
No, it doesn't say anything about cancer. but it says
because it doesn't cause cancer.
Heavy smokers can suffer from memory loss and feel higher levels of pain. I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm like, really? You can feel higher levels of pain?
Yes.
Why is that, though?
Yes. More so just in the chronic pain population. It's the same as taking opiates. You have to increase your amount that you take because your body gets tolerant at that particular level. So some individuals, it can actually cause them pain, just like opiates can actually cause you pain when you take it. Opiates is called hyperalgesia. But I don't know what it's called with marijuana. But it, like the patients that we take care of, we actually decrease if they're doing CBD or if they're smoking. We actually decrease the amount that they smoke or take, and it actually decreases their pain.
Oh,
yeah, that's not for everybody, you know.
Fucking bowling ball, I'm telling you, dude.
Oh, okay. You see something moving and
yeah. It's just anywhere she goes, she just knocks shit over.
Yeah. So it is actually interesting. I mean, the CBD and marijuana does help quite a few people, but just certain individuals.
It says that it was for heavy users.
Well, it seems like once you get to a point where you're a chronic pain, if you reach that level to where you're in chronic pain, that marijuana is not going to have any, because they've said most of the people that have come through the program, it doesn't help them. At all.
Like the nausea factor too, where it's the same thing. It increases the amount of nausea that they have, even though they're taking it to help with their nausea. Now, if you're a cancer patient, that's different. You know, that's acute stuff. You're taking pain medicine, you're having nausea because of your chemo and stuff like that, that it can be very useful and helpful. But in certain patient populations, it's not. It actually makes it worse.
So the report also said that it could damage your bronchial passages and lungs.
Yeah, it's smoke. Like
yeah, smoking, inhaling, smoke.
So it's got the same effects.
Yes.
To a degree. But I mean, you can also, you can
weigh your pros and your cons. Your benefits outweighs that particular, like for cancer patients,
okay.
Who cares if their lungs are black because, they got brain cancer? Okay, well,
One more thing that I saw that it was interesting was it said that it can increase your heartbeat by 50 beats a minute, and that can cause a lot of stress on your heart. Is that true?
It's like a workout.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
No, I don't know specifically about that, but I mean, if people smoke it because they have anxiety and they're having a panic attack.
So it calms them down, right?
Depends on the strain.
Right.
There's two strains.
Indica and...
Yeah, indica and
sativa.
Sativa. One goes one way, one goes the other.
So which one is the one that, calms you down?
I don't know.
Indica.
I think
she's like, I never use any.
I think sativa is the upper and the indica is the downer.
It doesn't work for me. I don't get it anyway. So
yeah,
it doesn't work for me.
I'm just curious.
No,
indica's the downer and sativa's the up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that, while I was researching this shit, I kind of passed out on my computer and.
So you had indica?
No, I was just looking for shit. So let me tell you my story. So I passed out and I had this fucking weird ass dream, and it was so weird that I had to fucking, I got up in a panic and I had to write down exactly what happened. So in my dream, I had dreamed that I got so high that I passed out and died.
Wow.
I know. But it was because I passed out and hit my head on a countertop, and that's what caused me to die. Okay, so when they found me, they found, marijuana. And they're like, oh, cause of death. Marijuana.
First ever.
Exactly. So that's exactly my point. So, I'm watching this, I'm dreaming, but I'm dreaming the JRE cartoons. Mm-hmm. It was like that.
Wow.
I see this cartoon, and I see something called the Coalition Against Weed was using my death.
Dude, that's deep.
I know. That's why I woke up in a panic.
Dude, that's deep.
I'm like, am I dead? For real?
Wow.
So
I just caused the outlawing of marijuana.
Let me keep going with my story. So the coalition of against weed was using my death to make all weed illegal.
Way to go, Walo.
All of it.
Way to go.
You know, they were saying, see, this is exactly what happens when you smoke that marijuana stuff.
When you smoke the devil's lettuce.
They didn't realize that I had hit my head on the fucking countertop, and that's what caused me to die.
Well, they did, but they didn't want to.
But anyway, so, you know.
Anyways.
You know how we always talk about how it'd be cool to be on Rogan and
right.
Well,
you were there.
We did make it on Rogan.
Yeah, just in your dreams.
So Rogan and Coco Diaz were talking about, you know, saying, "Hey, did you?" Joe asked. It's weird that I remember all this shit.
This was still in your dream.
This is in my dream.
Yeah. Oh my God!
It goes a little deeper. So in my fucking dream, Joe's telling Joe, "Hey, did you hear about that guy from that podcast, that locker room talk, or something like that? He fucking died because of because of weed." And Coco starts laughing. He's like, cocksucker, go fuck your mother. So they both start laughing, and Joe asked Joey, "How would you like to be the guy that is known for single-handedly setting back the weed movement?"
That's why you woke up in
over
a panic.
100 years.
Yeah.
And Joey Diaz goes, "Joe Rogan, what the fuck are you talking about 100 years? There was weed when Christ was around. He set it back all the way back there." So I'm like, what the fuck is going? I'm watching this happen. I'm watching them talking about this shit. And then after Rogan, you know, I'm like, fuck. I'm looking at it, and then Fighter and the Kid are talking about it. I'm like, these are like my favorite podcasts. So, let me go back, because I did write all this shit down.
Jesus Christ. Well, I can just tell you, we didn't get the Rogan bump.
We're not getting that Rogan bump. Anyway,
Damn it.
On
Fuck, I'm outta here.
Fighter and the Kid,
She's gone.
the producer Chin brings up the topic to Brandon and Callan and says, "Hey, did you guys hear about the guy that died in Florida over a weed overdose?" And Brandon goes, "What? Wait a minute. He died because he smoked weed? What a fucking pussy." And I'm like, I'm so heartbroken in my dream because they're calling me a pussy. And Callan goes, "Wait a minute, Brandon. Wait a minute. You know that that's not possible. People just don't die from weed. There's, scientific evidence that weed doesn't kill you." And Brandon goes like, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not arguing with you, you fucking idiot. He's like, I know people don't die from weed. He's like, and then he looks into like the camera and goes, "Hey, fucking guy, thank you. You fucked it up for everybody."
And you're watching this
And
all go down
I'm
in your
watching
dream.
all this shit going down on my dream. And I can honestly feel my heartbeat was, like
Yep.
increasing. Cause I'm like, I think I was nervous or something in my dream. And then it doesn't end there. Okay.
Well, yeah, because you was all freaked out.
So then he goes to Jeff Ross. Jeff Ross has a section in his podcast. It's called Roasting Peace. So in Roasting Peace, he gives tribute to people that have passed away that are, famous or whatever. I'm not famous. But the only reason why I made it onto his podcast is because I'm the first asshole to die from weed. Okay?
The Florida man.
The Florida man.
Wow.
So in his podcast, he said, "Roasting pieces, you asshole. Roasting pieces to the asshole that made me go back to the streets to get my weed instead of having it delivered from butts and hostess via Uber Eats. Thanks, you fucking guy." And I'm like, fuck, Jeff Ross is talking about this shit too? What the fuck is going on? And then, of course...
Did you smoke weed before you went to sleep?
No, I was researching the weed shit.
Oh.
So it was in my mind.
Yes.
So then he goes
Don't do that again.
So then he goes to your mom's house. Christina and Tom are talking about it. And Christina goes, "Oh, Florida strikes again. And it had to be a Puerto Rican guy.
Oh, even better.
Segura goes, "Oh, you must be heartbroken. I know how you like them Puerto Ricans." He goes, "Did your Puerto Rican guy that died, did he like to have his crumb eaten?" And she goes, "I don't know, probably." And he goes, "That's probably a shitty high. Get it? Shitty high?"
Wow.
And she goes, "No." He's like, "Okay, moving right along." And then finally,
you woke up.
my boys, the Bodega Boys.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I made it onto the Bodega Boys.
This is all still part of the dream.
This is all fucking part
How
of
the
this.
fuck do you remember all of this?
Dude, like, I'm telling you, I woke up in a panic and I wrote everything down because I had to tell you the story.
Jesus, dude.
Because I wrote it, and when I woke up in the morning, I read it back, and I'm like, man, I got to tell these guys.
What time was this at?
This was last night.
That's unreal.
I was doing research on that weed thing, and I passed out on the computer.
That'll show you.
I know. So I'm not researching shit anymore.
Right?
Research how to win the lotto.
You're
Right? So anyway, my Bodega Boys diss me too. So, they do like, how they do the sound effect where they sound like they're in a press conference?
Yes.
So this says something to the effect of, and now in some weed-related news, we have some asshole died in Florida because of a weed overdose. And then the Spanglish one, he's like, "Oye, papi, tú sabes, you smoke that weed, la hierba, and you could have, a patatú and fucking die and shit." And they both start laughing, and they're just making fun of me. And he's like, "I guess it's not gonna be the plantain supernova in the sky." And and then I thought that was it. But then I see my coworkers talking in my dream, and I'm like, fuck.
This was a long dream.
It was. I'm telling you, I woke up in a panic and I had to write this shit down.
That's unreal.
I know. So,
But it can happen.
well,
Because you're not supposed to do stuff like that right before you go to sleep. You're not supposed to watch like war movies, and because I've done that before. I've watched some sort of Sicario or some shit like that, and then I dream in the middle of the night I'm getting chased by cartel, and then I wake up all in a panic. And
I've had those dreams too.
Yes, so I don't do that anymore.
I've literally watched a movie about, drugs and cartels and shit like that. And I'll wake up like, "Where's the boat?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I don't have a boat."
Yeah, I don't.
So my workers were talking, and my newly promoted, work wife, which was my side piece. I promoted her.
Okay, good deal.
To work wife because my work wife is out on maternity leave. So before I keep going, congratulations to my ex-work wife and the birth of their new baby with her husband. So my new work wife, I see her talking to my old work wife and saying, "Hey, did you hear about Walo?" And she goes, "Yeah, I heard." And my work wife goes, "That fucking asshole left me with all these loans for me to do." And it looked like she was shedding a tear. And my old work wife goes, "Oh, don't cry." And she goes, "Oh, don't get it twisted. These are tears of joy. I'm glad that motherfucker's gone."
Sounds about right.
Well, me and her have that kind of relationship
Yeah.
where we diss each other all day long. And the last thing they said was that they were both going to miss me because I was funny or whatever.
Well, if you
And that's when I finally woke up and I'm like, am I dead? And I'm looking around and the dog is looking at me and I'm looking at the dog and I'm like, fuck. And I'm like touching myself. I'm like, I got to write this shit down. And I immediately grab my iPad and I'm like, I got to tell my boys this shit. But if I don't write it, I'm probably not going to remember all of it.
I need to smoke some weed, calm myself down.
I should have. My fucking heart was like going 100 miles an hour.
I wonder how many calories you burned in that dream.
I don't know. I didn't have my Fitbit on.
Maybe that was accurate.
There you go. There was your
Maybe you
400
did
calories
burn
you
400.
I
burned.
didn't have it on. I just put it on today.
Maybe it just knew.
But needless to say, I woke up in a fucking panic.
So now we know to watch, not do that kind of research. And stuff
Yeah, don't fucking research weed online and any of that stuff, because you might just end up having some sort of fucking dream, like I just had. That was fucking stupid.
That's hilarious.
I'm just glad that I'm not on the fucking news.
Yeah, you're not that guy.
I was the first guy who died over weed, allegedly. Because remember, it was the bump in the head that killed me, not the weed.
Yeah,
right.
We just want to clarify.
So they would have used me as a fucking.
You'd have been the weed martyr.
Yeah, exactly. I would have been a pawn in their fucking agenda. So, guys, I'm alive and I didn't fuck it up for you guys. Smoke on.
Smoke on.
Oh God.
Oh my God, that was horrible. I don't think I can call that a dream. I think that was more like a nightmare.
No, I think I'm tired now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There was a lot of ups and downs for that.
It was.
Fuck. Well, imagine what I fucking felt.
Right?
I'm having this shit, as I'm like, or something like that. I was sitting down in a chair, so I was probably twitching or something. I don't know.
That's why the
Maria's
dog was
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why the dog was looking at you. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Will you lay the fuck still? I'm trying to sleep.
Maybe you should get up and do like 3 little circles and lay back down. That always works for me.
So yeah, that was my night. I woke up like at 3:00 in the morning. I mean, I passed out pretty early. I passed out like around 11 on that chair.
It's not early.
Yeah, it's early.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, it is late because I normally do go to bed around 9.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I was reading some news. I'm like, I wanna have some shit for tomorrow, and I saw that thing on weed on.
So did you get to the news?
No, that was the only thing that I researched last night. That and that Julian Assange shit. I was looking on that too.
Who's that?
WikiLeaks.
The WikiLeaks guy. So the president of Ecuador was saying that he was using the embassy to spy on other countries and shit like that. So I guess he violated the conditions of his asylum, and that's why he got kicked out. But I think that dude had pressure from Washington.
There's some other, because it's amazing that once he allowed Assange to be extradited out, that his country received a substantial loan from the World Bank.
Would you look at that?
Yeah.
How about that? How much was the money that they got?
Oh, it's like 1 billion. It was
1 point something
yeah,
billion.
It was a large.
Well, that country's not doing well either.
Yeah,
so.
which is funny that they were applying for a loan and that wasn't really working, and then all of a sudden they kick Assange out.
Coincidence.
It is. It's pure coincidence. I'm sure it's not a conspiracy theory.
Well,
No.
I guess he claimed then, allegedly, that Assange violated, the conditions of his asylum.
Which is funny because he didn't have internet access or a lot of other things in the embassy.
Well, supposedly he did. They caught it off when they found out that he was doing other stuff. But he had also exposed the president of Ecuador, I guess, doing, some other shit, and had leaked out some documents into the Ecuadorian press.
That's what's always funny is everybody. It's one of those things where everybody's like, yay, WikiLeaks, shedding the light. But then if the light comes your way, they go, ooh, boo,
Ooh, yeah.
boo, WikiLeaks.
Now, did he lean a certain way?
No.
Or he was just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if he's
No, because he
Hillary,
released
Trump,
information on Republicans and all like that when Obama was in office, and the Democrats loved him. They were, all about Assange. And then once he started releasing stuff on the Democrats.
On Hillary?
And stuff like that, now they're like, he needs to be taken out. It's funny, though. He has an extradition order for here, I think. That's where you start getting to the conspiracy and the little lines like he'll be coming here and they'll have him testify.
Well, all of a sudden, after he got, evicted from the Ecuadorian embassy, Switzerland decided that they were going to reopen his rape case.
Yes. Yep.
So, a case that was closed.
Yep.
So, I mean, how do you close a case and open it back up if you deemed it closed?
Yeah, you do what you want to do.
I think they're trying to fuck him over.
Oh,
big time.
for sure. For sure.
I mean, granted, I'm not condoning that if he did in fact rape somebody, he's got to pay his price.
Sure.
He's got to, pay for his actions.
Mm-hmm.
But if he didn't and you're still pursuing it,
But you got to think, is that guy ever going to get a fair shake in
Probably.
the rule of law?
Well, I mean, he's not going to get a fair shake anyway because of social media, period.
Yeah.
They're going to paint him as a bad guy all the way around, regardless of, what he didn't do or did do.
Now, speaking of bad people.
Oh, what do you got?
What do you got?
Hold on.
Something more interesting than this?
Yeah, Amanda hates that shit. She absolutely.
I don't have a fucking clue what you guys are talking about.
Let me see.
Listen, I open up my browser and the news come up, and I scroll through the news just to see what's
I'm
what.
enjoying today is all the hellacious
That's what I was
memes.
that's what I was trying to
from
pull
Maureen Walsh.
Who's Maureen Walsh?
She's a senator, and she want to talk some smack about some
bullshit.
Nurses playing
They
cards
play
all day.
Cards.
Ooh, memes are strong today. They're fantastic.
Well, she made it fucking easy.
Yeah.
Well, so tell me about this. So what happened?
Do you know the backstory, babe?
I don't know too much.
What is the backstory?
Okay, so she's trying to pass a bill. I don't remember what state that she's.
She's a Republican.
She's a Republican,
from,
but I don't. What was her name?
Maureen Walsh.
I don't remember what state.
It's some sort of amendment. I don't know whether if it's for or against adding breaks to 12-hour shifts.
Wait, shouldn't you add? Because at 8 hours, you by law you're supposed to take two.
Apparently,
15-minute
she
breaks.
says the nurses. I don't know who does 12-hour shifts. I mean, wouldn't that be stupid? You're supposed to do 8 hours, and during the breaks, they probably just play cards anyways.
What difference does it fucking make whether you play cards or twiddle your thumbs?
Well, the point is, nurses don't get breaks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they're fucking working. Like,
no.
Oh, I know. Michelle has had to go in and do like 24-hour rotations.
Correct. There is. You are eating at quote unquote. You're not supposed to eat at the nurse's station, but you're eating as some jackass calls you for. Can I get another sandwich? And you're like, well, I'm trying to eat my fucking sandwich.
my IV's buzzing.
Yeah. Stop moving your fucking arm, and it won't buzz. So you just it's just nonstop when you're the Friday yesterday. Plain example. Some people they just keep coming up. They just keep coming up, and you're sitting there eating. Like never fucking mind. Let me just go take care of this. Nobody's listening to me. Let me just go ahead and do this, get it done. But you know what? You're gonna pay me for that time. Your hour that you usually deduct from my lunch. Not gonna be today.
Not today, motherfuckers. Not today.
So what sucks is it's actually a good bill.
Oh, okay.
What it is
she just made it sound shitty.
Well, what it is what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it to where you are allowed to have your uninterrupted breaks and your uninterrupted lunches.
Okay.
The only way that wouldn't happen would be for some unforeseen, an emergency situation. But other than that, you should be allowed to have an uninterrupted.
Sure.
That's the dogs playing.
Are they playing, or are they?
They're playing.
I just don't want to make sure that they're not in the pool and someone's
doors closed.
Okay.
No, they're playing.
No, Coco's just vocal.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, the bill is to address, you having uninterrupted breaks and uninterrupted lunch.
That would be
but
awesome.
She made it sound like that they already have that.
They don't. But
I know,
what she's
but that's
trying, her argument point was she was trying to have like small rural hospitals and stuff excluded because she said that it would, impact them negatively, this and that from what I'm reading.
They'd have too much time playing cards.
But again, the way she went about it and how she worded it was the dumbest fucking way you could have ever done it.
Was
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It made it sound like she has no understanding of what.
No.
Yeah, she doesn't know what the job is.
The idea is great. If that's really what it's for, that's fantastic. But in the real world situation, that just
everything's an emergency,
yes, it just does not happen, because if you do that, then you would actually need one more nurse on the floor
to
cover breaks and lunch breaks, and that's not going to fucking happen. You're short nurses regardless, because hospitals want
budget cuts. It's the first thing to go.
First thing. So it sounds great, but it just doesn't happen. I mean, I try to do my best to go hide, but it just
go to the bathroom, feed your face.
It's a shame that you have to go hide.
You'll see Amanda pull down her pants and whatever, like people be walking in. Oh, she's in the pooper. She's not really pooping. She's just scarfing down her
I'm just eating.
You're playing your fucking cards.
playing cards.
You've got a fold out little table that you hook in there.
In the bathroom.
She's
is where
playing
I go play
solitaire and
cards.
shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
it
so the
sounds
memes are
great,
making
but-
fun of her, or what?
Oh,
God,
yeah.
Oh,
They're eating her alive.
They are just the most hilarious thing.
I've got a bunch of nurse friends on my
ever.
Facebook, so I've seen
And I
a
mean,
lot.
rightfully so. I mean, it's one of those things where if you say something stupid and uneducated like that, you should get to eat shit for days.
Yeah.
I mean, you really should.
I just hope she doesn't get sick or in an accident.
Yeah, because that's the
next
thing.
day.
If she ever has to go to the hospital, they're gonna see her and go, "Oh,
The nurses are going to give her piles and piles of decks of cards.
Yep. She may start getting those in the mail. You never know.
oh, I'm sure." I mean,
Nurses are gonna be like,
Stupid idiot! You just made the list!
Yes. Yes. I'm surprised you didn't see that.
no.
No.
Well,
Okay.
I
She's
again,
Washington State?
yeah.
Fuck.
I started reading the news last night, and that was the first story that I came across.
And that
I'm
was
like,
the last.
let me look into this shit. And I fucking passed out like a bitch on my chair. So anyway,
Yeah.
so I didn't read any other news. So that's probably why I missed it.
The other thing she's trying. I think the bill would limit 12-hour shifts. They would be 8-hour shifts.
8 hours. That's what I thought it was originally going
Yeah.
towards.
And a lot of
but she
hospitals
made
are
that
going,
comment.
we can't, you can't do that. That's not how the hospital operates. It operates on a 12-hour shift.
Well, again, if you do 8-hour shifts, it sounds fantastic. But
You have
instead
to
of
add
having
another-
2 nurses, you got to have 3 nurses to
Yeah,
cover.
because you're going to have 3 shifts now instead of 2.
Well, so
Correct.
now instead of paying 2 people benefits, you got to pay 3 people
Yes.
benefits.
Correct. So that's the whole. Yeah.
It's like I don't understand why people that are in high positions don't understand that. It's
Because
like,
most of the time, people in those high
They don't
positions have
underst-
never been in that position that they're talking about.
It's just like most of the bosses don't know what it takes to even do the lower end jobs. Most of them.
It's the same old thing, people in a cubicle that, I've never done your job, but
I'll tell you
I'm
how to
going
do
to tell you
it.
how to do it better.
Yep.
We run into that a lot. We run into a lot of people, I've never done what you do and I don't really understand how you do it, but I'm going to make these changes on how you're going to do it and it's going to make your job easier. And you come to find out that it never fucking works that way.
This
Ever.
basically, it says during a debate of a bill that would require uninterrupted meal and breaks for certain healthcare workers, Republican State Senator Walsh said it would be difficult for small rural hospitals to stay open. She argued for an amendment to exclude smaller facilities. I would submit to you that those smaller hospital nurses do probably get breaks. They probably play cards for a considerable amount of time.
So see,
she's not going to gain any friends.
No, she's not. She was going the proper route. I mean, her reasoning was going down the right path, but she just took a hard fucking left with that comment and
Hey, Maureen.
torpedoed her.
Basically saying the lower populated towns, the hospitals aren't as busy,
Yeah.
so that they get to play cards and they get breaks.
But see, I agree with her that the smaller rural hospitals probably are less busy. I mean, if you're a hospital dealing in a town, just say 250 people, it's probably going to be less people in the hospital.
Right.
But you're not sitting there playing cards. There's 1,000 other things that's going on that the nurses are doing. So again, I agree with how she
they
was.
just have less nurses. There's
That's what I was
just
thinking.
as many people that are going to come in because that rural area only has that one place for you to go to. So that one place is going to have all of those people gathering at it. But because it's a smaller town,
Smaller employees.
then we're going to
like-
have a smaller population of employees that
Instead
are
of having
there.
5 nurses on a floor, they might have 3.
Right.
You
Which
know.
then you have more of a patient load. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So-
Maureen Walsh, thank you for trying to pass the bill, but you probably won't be reelected.
No.
That's
no.
for sure.
You just lost a big chunk of people.
Because the problem is with her saying that and the way the media cycle works, doesn't matter what she says now. She can't correct course. She cannot fix that. It's done. It's out there.
Once it's out there, it's very hard for somebody to retract.
Yeah, you can't pull it back.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to
And
deal
don't
with
even
it.
apologize because we don't even want to hear that bullshit.
No. Because the problem is if you try to and you try to approach it,
It's going to sound disingenuous
It is.
anyway.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't care.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, you
like,
insulted.
you can take that apology, shine it up real good, and stick it up straight up your candy ass.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't insult an entire workforce like that, especially nurses. Especially nurses.
Because
the rural areas,
we eat our
they work
fucking
just as
own,
hard.
so we'll eat your ass too. So
Yeah.
Oh, you will?
we sure will. Look, you dumbass nurse, I'm gonna call you a fucking dumbass
So
nurse.
if you're gonna eat their ass, are you at any
we
point planning?
put some ranch on it.
Are you planning on putting some ranch on his and eating his crumb? Maybe.
No.
You just want ranch for me.
No scrum eating.
No. Nurses are known. They say we eat our young. So, but that's only because.
Well, he's younger than you, so.
No, I'm not.
No, he's not,
okay.
actually.
I just look younger. And I'm pretty.
Yeah, it's just when you identify a dumb person, it's very hard to not unsee that dumb individual.
Most nurses, and I mean, you've dealt with Michelle. I mean, we all have nurse friends. Most nurses are pretty cut and dry about a lot of stuff. They don't really sugarcoat much. Yeah. So that's the thing. Like when a dumb nurse comes in, a lot of times they don't last very long because the majority of the nurses that have made it through the crucible, they've done all this, they have this dumbass roll in, and they just tell it like it is. You're a fucking dumbass.
I don't have time to answer that exact same question 500 times a day. Please listen to me the first time and write it down if you have to, and then refer back to my previous email.
Yeah.
Like, don't keep asking me the same. And it is. That's the thing. Is that
it's just worded different?
Yes. It's the same questions, just worded differently. And I don't have time.
See, my previous email is for, bitch, did you not hear me?
Yes. Yeah. And some people just...
That's kind of harsh, Chris.
Unfortunately, you don't know whether you have it or not until you start doing it. But nursing is one of those things where you either have that skill or you don't. You either have the ability to do your job or you don't. And if you don't, people see it very quickly for what it is.
Yeah, and they call it out.
Yeah.
So you wind up either not becoming a floor nurse, and you may be a great nurse doing something else.
Like working at a nursing home.
Intake?
Working at a nursing home.
Working at a nursing home. Doing just records, stuff like that. Maybe you're great.
Right. Exactly.
But as far, because, Amanda, she started floor nursing before she does what she does now. So she did, 12 years? Mm-hmm. 12 or 13 years of floor nursing on one of the hardest floors of a hospital that you can floor nurse on. She did orthopedics.
And that's one of those where people either love it or they hate it.
Yeah.
So.
And she did night shifts. She did graveyard 7P to 7A.
On the night shift.
Dude, it took so long.
I was the boss lady.
Yeah.
On the night shift.
It took me so long to finally get her. Because, it was great. Don't get me wrong. And the night shift was cool. But it's tough as a family to have somebody work on a night shift. Because they're three nights they work. 2 nights on, then normally a day off, and then one more night on. Well, the problem is that day in between the nights, all they're doing is sleeping. That's literally all they're doing. And then the day after their last night, all they really want to do is sleep. So you really lose them and the days they work, they have to sleep during the day. So you're essentially, they're checked out for 5 days.
Yeah, I could sleep 20 hours out of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
All she does is just sleep all day.
And that's what a lot of people say, but they just don't understand. And I tried to get her.
That's in general for night shift people.
Yeah.
But
because Dad was night shift for years and years at the post office, and he used to tell her, he's like, "I'm telling you, you don't understand how good you will feel if you get the fuck off the night shift." So eventually, when she got this opportunity, she was able to get off the night shift, and then she was like, "Oh my fucking God. I can't believe I felt like that for 13 years and just didn't."
When you do it, you don't know any different until you change. And then you're like, oh, God, how stupid was that? That's dumb.
Yeah, like you feel so much better.
Well, you're supposed to sleep at night.
Yeah, you're tricking your body, and your body's fighting against you every moment of the day.
Yeah.
So, it got to the point to where I can't remember, she was having a hard time. It wasn't going to sleep. I think she was just wore down. And I think the doctor gave her like a trial of something.
Oh yeah, the shift they call it some bullshit shift work disorder or whatever.
Yeah.
And
they couldn't put you on the day shift?
No.
Well, I just chose not to. Again, you see individuals that work during I don't want to work with any of those idiots. So
they had a good team. They had a good crew night shift.
Yeah, and actually, essentially, when you work on night shift, you get your seniority, and then you move to day shift. Well, none of us wanted to move, so all the senior people all worked at night. So all the new people work during the day. So So
you're better off going to the hospital at night. And get the senior people.
Yeah.
And then the new assholes.
A lot of times you'll get the better nurses, I would say, overall at night.
Right, but
because they tend to have a little more freedom. They're a little more. It could be, I guess you would say, a little more maverick.
Well, the doctor's not here, but I do know how to do the surgery. So
just put this piece of wood in your mouth and bite down real hard.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it real quick. I mean, a regular surgeon, 8 hours. I could do this in 15 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, we probably could.
Let me just go get the duct tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but what is it that he gave you?
Oh, I don't remember what.
Fucking tall.
No, it was some sort of.
It's probably some derivative of Adderall.
It was Adderall, Vyvanse, or something like that, and it took it for a few days. And then I went back. I said, "Please don't ever give that to me again because I really, really, really like it." So
might as well just giving you liquid cocaine.
Yeah. So I said, "Please, I know for a fact I'm going to want to use this all the time. So please just don't ever give that to me again."
Yeah, because they're there for those few days.
It feels great.
She was there for those few
I was
days.
like super fucking woman.
She was Superwoman. Yeah, it was great. There's no downtime.
I don't need to sleep.
I don't need to sleep. I'm good. Let's roll.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. So yeah, I knew that was not going to be a good thing
Take
for me.
Take this away now.
If you want your scrum eaten, now's the time. Bend over, bitch.
I mean, could have happened.
I got 15 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, so Chris jokes with me all the time now. He's like, "Why is that Adderall stuff bad for you? Why am I not supposed to probably ask for that?"
Because the thing is we all get worn down, and it's like, man, I'd really like something to just kind of pick me up. Adderall, and she'll tell me all the things it does, and I'm going, okay, well, you still haven't told me any of the side effects to where I went, why I shouldn't be taking this shit. Yeah, and she's like, you just shouldn't. I was like, yeah, but that's not a reason. Just because you say I shouldn't is not good enough. So I'm still fighting for it. I still feel I should be able to take
for me, it's no good. I'd probably be like, just living in a shelter someplace, just taking some drugs. Yeah, it's just like,
you got more of them white tablets that make me feel good.
So, yeah.
Yes,
when you identify that may be a problem for you, it's probably a good idea.
Well, I mean, if you recognized it right away, that's good.
Well, the other thing is you don't realize is like Amanda had a lot of nurses. There again, ortho, you're pushing narcotics. Yeah. So you're pushing drugs. And unfortunately, man, that draw for some of that shit, there's a lot of washout on nurses.
Well, when I had my nose surgery and they gave me those fucking drugs, they were supposed to make me feel better. They just made me feel worse.
Well, they just fog you up.
I threw them out. I did.
Well, smart thing.
I flushed them down the toilet. I'm like, fuck this. I don't need this shit.
Yeah.
I just smoke some marijuana.
I probably would have been better.
Right.
Fucking A. I mean, Aleve was doing a better job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was managing the pain, and I wasn't feeling, like constipated and shit. Because I got constipated from that shit.
Oh, that's one of the things it does to you.
I'm like, I don't need this shit. I hadn't pooped in like 3 days. And I'm like, I need to poop. I need to poop.
Yeah,
coming out my ears.
You're dreading when you finally do get to poop. You're like, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be 3 days worth of shit getting ready to come out.
Man, my butthole went from like a dime hole to like a silver dollar hole.
Fucking,
wow!
That hurt.
Fucking fire hose.
Wow!
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I don't like drugs like that.
No. Well, and especially I get to hear about the people Amanda deals with who have been taking this shit chronically for years. And it's like, fuck, I do not want to be that person. Because the thing is she gets to deal with everything from 18 to 80. You know, it's not like it's a certain group of people or a certain demographic or rich, poor. No, it's fucking 18 to 80. She's had, hell, I think she's even had some people that were younger than 18.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, it sucks. I mean, it's because doctors are throwing this shit out like fucking Tic Tacs.
Hey, how you feel? Feel bad? Oh,
Take some of this.
Yeah. Take this shit.
Well, I remember
You'll feel great.
I remember when I got hurt at work when I was an electrician, I pulled a muscle using a jackhammer, and the muscle actually went between my ribs.
Oh.
And it felt like somebody shot me. And when I went to the doctor, he was like, "So how long you want off?" I'm like, "What the fuck you mean?" He goes, "Well, with this type of injury, I'm going to give you this. Workman's comp, I can give you, right out of the gate, I can give you 3 months off." And I'm like, "No, I want to fucking go to work tomorrow." And he was kind of like, "Oh, well, here's this, call me if you need anything." It's like, "Oh, you shady motherfucker."
He was just trying to get some money out of you.
Yeah, workman's comp.
Because of, the more he prescribes,
Yeah,
the more kickback he gets.
I guess.
Well, could be. Yeah.
Could be.
I don't know how that stuff works, but
Yeah.
Come on, you're a nurse. You know how that works.
No,
look, the place I work for, they don't even let people buy you pizza and shit for. You do not take any presents or gifts from patients.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
But if they leave it in the room when they leave,
I can't say anything about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And sometimes patients do, because they know that, so they will actually just randomly will come and leave stuff.
We've got some honey before. It was delicious.
Yes, it was delicious.
Guy owned like a beef farm or whatever. Mm-hmm. But Amanda's had some pretty interesting characters I've heard about. There have been some fun people. They come from all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool.
It's better than ortho. We'll just say that.
I like that.
It's better than night shift ortho. Well, on ortho, she also got to hang with Jags players and stuff.
Yeah, that was cool.
So that's what I mean. She got to a dude that cut his fucking leg with the axe.
What
the
was
ricochet.
That wasn't the kicker?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the hospital she worked at, they took care of the Jags. So he was there.
We talked about this.
Yeah. She got to meet Brunell before.
When he was good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Before he stank up the joint?
Yep. Couple others. So not too. Unfortunately, man, she can't tell too many of the stories because of HIPAA laws and stuff like that.
Well, duh.
But there were some that were fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's some stuff that you just cannot make this shit up.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're a normal fuck up like a lot of people I know.
Well, yeah, I mean, people put these people in a pedestal and they think that they're like
They're
gods.
just normal. They're just normal.
They just
people.
happen to play fucking football.
Yeah. I mean, they really are. They're just now. I mean, I've had some
are assholes, some are not.
arseholes. Yep. Actually, the assholes were people from other teams.
Yeah.
What teams?
Pittsburgh.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
They're not hometown anyway.
Yeah, but all the
Fuck them
local
bitches.
people, they're just normal.
But the problem is that guy, I think he was a rookie. I think it was his rookie year. He was pretty arrogant, king of the world.
Oh, you can't say who he was because of the HIPAA laws. Right?
I don't even remember.
She don't even fucking remember.
It's like he wasn't that important for her to remember.
No, you weren't that good. I don't even remember your name.
No, it's look, you treat me that way, I can either bring you stuff real slow or real fast.
Yeah.
Depends on how you want to act.
I can go play cards or not, motherfucker.
Exactly.
I could go eat my sandwich in the toilet
Yeah.
or not.
Or not. Or not.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see TJ released a video
I did not.
apologizing?
Whatever.
So what he caught for?
So here it goes. Here's what he said.
My name is Jeff.
I messed up.
Yeah.
And having a hard time trying to forgive myself for this,
Okay.
which I should have a hard time. I should have a hard time forgiving myself. I understand criticism and scrutiny coming my way. But what I really feel bad about is any kind of bad light. I'm bringing on my coaches, my family, my teammates.
Well, they were involved.
They had no involvement in this, and I feel the worst for them.
Whatever.
I got a 15-month-old son that I want to be a role model for.
Oh, he even brought his kid into the video?
It's in the background, I think.
But I got to man up to what I did. You know, I accepted all penalties. I didn't try to fight this thing. I'm going to sit for the next 2 years. As of January 18th.
Whatever. Okay, so feel sorry for your coaches. Sorry, you don't
do EPO by yourself.
No, there's a team behind you to do EPO.
Because I remember how I retracted my statement last week. You need a team behind you, 100%.
You need smart motherfuckers.
So if it wasn't his regular team, he definitely had another team.
Other people knew.
Yeah, monitoring this shit because apparently EPO can cause a fucking stroke.
Yeah.
So
now he's sorry because he got caught.
Correct.
Yes.
Well, at least he's manning up.
That's how I feel about it.
And accepting, that, he did it. He's not pulling that John Jones card where he's like trying to fight it and say,
other people make mistakes.
Yeah, other people made mistakes. No, he is actually coming out and saying, I fucked up. Okay. I did it.
Okay.
Well,
but you still lost.
Well, my thing is, they're talking that his EPO helped him win against Garbrandt, and I'm like, no, that EPO did not help him win against Garbrandt in either one of those fights, because that EPO is going to come in handy towards towards the fourth round, fifth round, when guys are fading and you're still fresh. If you recall correctly, he knocked out Cody the first time in the second round at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then on the first round, not even a couple of minutes into it. So the EPO is not going to make you a better fighter. It's going to help you build your stamina. But at no point did that stamina come into play in either one of those fights.
No, but I feel it can make you a better fighter because you can train more than your opponent.
No, I understand. And that's where your stamina builds up.
Well, not just stamina. You get to, you can train something a lot more than your opponent can.
Was that the blood doping?
Blood doping, yeah.
So recovery for his training, he can recover better than.
Yep.
So I mean, it does come to play in training wise, but like Walo said,
technique
you're
wise,
going to see more of the effect from it endurance wise towards the end.
And to me, he beat him with technique. He adjusted because he saw what Cody was doing.
Yeah.
Came back in the second round.
He knows Cody has a glass jaw.
He knows his tendencies.
Well, the thing is I think the technique beat him in the first fight. The second fight, Cody didn't have a good plan, and I'm going to go out here and bang with you again.
Well, then EPO does not come into effect because it was just.
But did he test positive for those two?
Apparently, they went back to the first time that they fought. He had a test that they had deemed clear, but they went back to it and they found that he was doing EPO.
Supposedly, I heard Dana's pretty pissed off with USADA.
Well, that was the thing. It came out this week or last week that USADA wasn't testing for EPO all the time.
Yeah.
It was just randomly.
How do you test for EPO? Isn't it just oxygen? Higher levels?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't work in USADA.
It's a test that you run in the blood, but the thing is they just randomly they were just randomly running an EPO test, and Dana's stance was,
you should be doing it every time. Yeah.
Every test sample that you run should be tested for EPOs.
Yeah. But I don't know how you can go back
because they keep their samples. They store their samples.
The problem is that's not going to be as accurate at all going back months, years after the fact. Yes. Even if they spin it again, they put it on ice, whatever, that's still not going to be
It's frozen, yes.
Yeah, it's bullshit sample.
Well, I mean, it's not bullshit enough to the point. I mean, USADA or...
Well, yeah, you can go back and go, oh, yeah, he's got it now.
Well, their stance is because as technology gets better and the test gets better, then they can go back through old samples. Because they've done it for the Olympics. They've went back to Olympics, which is 8 years plus.
The Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either. I'm just saying, but they've went back and stripped and, gold medals from people because they've ran their samples from 8 years ago and went,
It's too fucking late.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's too late.
I agree.
But again,
There should be a statute of limitations on it.
Look, these aren't murderers that you go back and look at the damn DNA. That's fine. If you were stupid enough and didn't test their shit that far away, they got the gold medal. They got it. That's it. Plain and simple.
Yeah,
Boom.
because what? Now you're going to tell me you're going to go back to Sosa and McGuire samples back in those days
exactly.
and tell me that they were juicing? Get out of here.
It's too late. It's too late.
I don't care.
No, I really don't. I don't even care if that jackass.
I said once the sample is deemed clean, it's fucking clean.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're done with it.
I agree.
You're done.
I agree.
But they use that shit to give him instead of a 1 year suspension, a 2 year suspension.
Now, if they want to come back and go, hey, we tested a sample from his first fight against Cody and we found EPO again. Okay. You shouldn't, I don't feel that you should be able to dole out more punishment.
No.
But it's fine if you want to go, hey, he was positive here too.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to go, oh, well, since we did this, now it's another year.
Yes. I just feel like it's too late.
I mean, in a way, I feel bad for TJ, not because he cheated or he got caught, but like if you go on, like just his Twitter today or something, it was like, I hope everybody has a great Easter. Hey, is Easter Bunny bringing you some fucking EPO? Piece of shit. I mean, it is relentless on the poor guy.
So,
I hate people like that. It's like, bro, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, just don't fucking say it.
Yeah, but that's fucking 70% of Twitter.
Fucking trolls, bro.
They're like, ooh, I got him. No, the fuck you didn't.
He doesn't care about your comment.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, I hope he doesn't care about the
fucking
comment.
A, man. Just like, keep your head up, bro.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
Do your two.
Yeah, do your two
and sell us your redemption story.
Right,
too.
Exactly. Rogan said that he loves somebody who's on top that fucks up his life and come back and redeems himself.
Yeah. Everybody loves the redeeming story.
Yeah. So.
As long as he's following the protocol. If you want to get back in the
He's not fighting it.
He's not fighting it. He's coming out saying, hey, I fucked up. I did this. I'm going to sit my two. I'll fight, I'll come back. I'll fight my way back. You'll get more fans. People will stick with you.
Yeah.
Denying it, that's one of the things I think Jones lost a lot of people is because he just,
And he made excuses.
And let's face it, he's skilled. He don't need to take that shit.
No.
He can whip everybody's ass without that shit. He's very creative and he's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
He's strong, fast, athletic.
But just don't be that douchebag, and then it's
just if you fuck up.
But the problem is
I fucked up.
But the thing is I think that's just Jones. That's the person Jones is, though. Yeah.
We know people like that, bro.
I know.
Oh, it wasn't me. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not your fault, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just bad luck.
Yeah. People hate me.
I'm a good guy.
Well, why do people hate me? Because you're a dick.
You're a douche.
Yep. Anywho, did you watch the fights last week at all?
Mm-hmm.
I know you did.
No, I was at my wedding, my buddy's wedding.
And I got a bone to pick with you in a minute.
Yeah, no, I was at my buddy's wedding.
Okay, so you didn't see the fights?
Nope, not one bit. What time did we get home? Midnight?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's like an hour and a half drive south.
Yeah.
We were closer to Gainesville than we were Jacksonville.
Boo.
Yeah, it was a long drive. It was a hell of a good time, though.
Oh, nice.
Tegan got exposed to our crew.
To drunk people?
No, nobody was really drunk.
No, she just realized how fun we used to be.
Yeah, she got to hear story because basically what ended up happening is
your parents were cool at one time before they had you.
Yeah.
You made them uncool.
Yeah, essentially. Because you got to remember, I mean, these are people that I've grown up with since we were 15 years old.
Yeah.
So, they've done all the wild shit you do from 15 to 25. So we sat around after the wedding, loved my buddy to death. He wore exactly what I figured he would wear for his wedding.
A camel tux?
No, he wore his black jeans, some new cowboy boots, a nice black shirt, and his cowboy hat. After wedding attire was black jeans, new boots, sleeveless camouflage black shirt, and no hat. It's nothing. It was exactly what I expected it to be. Nothing more, nothing less. I love him for it. But then after the
Vegas.
church thing, we go back to his house, and the groups kind of split. So it was like his wife's side family friends were kind of off in the yard, and we
The
were
uncool people.
Yeah,
over
the
there.
uncool people. The uncool people with the uncool stories were over there. And then
So last night I sold my stock and I made $300 on it.
yeah. And then the wild people were all over here in the garage and on the driveway
Drinking
sitting around.
a beer.
Well, I mean,
Hey, give me a beer.
nobody got sloppy drunk. At least while we were there, by the time we left, nobody was sloppy drunk. But so you get all of us together and we start running through all the shit that we used to do, telling stories of the shit we used to do, telling stories about some of the stuff Amanda did to some of the people.
Oh, boy.
And it was just funny because Tegan is literally sitting there like looking around.
Open mouth?
Oh yeah. Just like, and we're kind of like messing with her. It's like, what have you learned? She's like, to never go fishing with any of these people, kind of shit. And it's like, and so it was funny because the other day I asked her, I was like, hey, do you remember any of those stories that we were talking about down in Kelly's? And she goes, no. I went, good answer. That is the correct answer.
And then she said, I was drunk.
Yeah.
I was high too, Dad.
Yeah. So like I said, so then by the time we left there, it was south of Camp Landing, the southern part of Camp Landing. That's how far south it is.
I don't think I've
It's not that far.
Keystone. We're down middle Keystone Heights.
I drive that every weekend.
Whatever.
I have to go to Stark.
It's past Stark.
Keystone's.
It's like almost to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's almost Puerto Rico.
Fuck.
Yeah. We had to get on a boat.
You shit out of luck. Yeah, you're going to have to get on a boat. I've had people ask me if you could get to Puerto Rico by train, and I'm like,
You can. You just take it to Kissimmee.
Kiss me.
Yeah.
to kiss me?
Yeah.
Kiss me in the asshole?
Yeah.
I'm like, you fucking idiot. Don't you know it's a fucking island in the middle of the ocean? It's like, take a plane.
Those people are dumb.
They're stupid is what they are.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Those-
Go to school and learn.
Those stupid nurses. I was
Learn some geography instead of needles and how to do 15-minute surgeries and shit.
Yeah. So Tegan got opened up to the world of what it used to be like. So we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, you guys were cool.
We were.
We were cool.
We should get a shirt that said, "My kids made me uncool."
Oh, I'm sure there's
Definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
I would be a lot cooler if people would just do what they're supposed to do.
Oh, Tegan, clean your room, clean your
Just-
bathroom,
Yeah, just
pick up after yourself,
Yeah. Do your clothes.
and Mama will be cool.
Yeah.
if everybody would just do that same
Chris,
thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
pick up your shit,
Pick up your shit, wash your clothes.
and Mama be cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's just Tegan and me because Tyler's the baby and we all love
Oh
him.
no, Tyler's a nasty slob too.
That motherfucker doesn't take a shower.
Dude. He's actually getting better.
He's a 9-year-old
He's a
little boy.
boy.
He could really care less about that component in his life.
Once he learns
Bro.
about poon, he'll be like, bro, I'm showering every day.
Listen,
Oh God,
speaking of poon,
I don't know. I don't even want to go there.
no, we're going to go there because we were having a conversation. The last 2 episodes ago about thirsty people at work.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That guy.
Yeah, thirsty guys.
With your work wife, or now your
with my
side
work
piece.
wife.
Right.
Well, she was my side piece then.
Now she
She
promoted.
got promoted.
I'm just trying to make sure I got the right one.
So
Yep.
she got promoted to work wife now.
Yep. So thirsty guy.
So thirsty guy comes around, I guess, keeps coming around, and I keep telling her, look, he's trying to get in your pants. Based on everything that he's telling you and bragging and all that shit, he's trying to get in your pants. He's married. He ain't trying to get in my pants. And I'm like, he is.
Telling you,
sure as
girl.
shit. She texted me the other day. She's like, you were right. He asked me out. And I'm like, I fucking told you. I'm like, how can you be so naive not to fucking realize what he's doing? She's like, I'm not naive. I'm like, for this particular thing, yes, you were. I'm like,
For this scenario.
yeah, I'm like, I'm not trying to offend you.
But you was dumb.
But yeah, you were naive about this shit.
Yeah.
I saw it. I mean, I I'm a guy.
Yeah, but that's the
I
thing.
know this shit.
Yeah, we're a guy, so we see the inner workings. We're going, hey, I see what you do there, guy.
Yeah. It's like, what? What did you just say?
Yeah.
Every time he comes on, I go like this.
Oh, yeah. I got to hear this.
I got to hear this shit. Mm-hmm. So he asked her out, and she told him, no, I have a man. I have a boyfriend. And I guess he got pissy. And
well, yeah, because he invested all the time.
Is your wife going?
Well, apparently he's divorced.
Okay.
I wonder why.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's what they all say.
So he got pissy and apparently made it seem like he really didn't want to go out with her.
Well, no, you have to say face.
Right. That's what I told her.
Yeah. No, fuck no, I wasn't asking you out. Where'd you get that from?
Yeah, so he was just trying to save face after he got rejected. But you know what? It's okay to feel, embarrassed and rejected. We all go through that shit. Yeah. At some point well, except you, because you've been with her, like.
No, trust me. I still get embarrassed by her.
He still gets shot down.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that guy.
She's like, you wanna? No. No. So anyway, what the fuck was it? Okay, so, he got pissy, pretended like he really didn't want to go out with her, whatever, and he hasn't come back. So, then we have a conversation. He's like, why do men cheat? And I'm like, why do women cheat? I don't fucking know. I'm like, I've never cheated, so I couldn't tell you with certainty. The only time that I would cheat would be with Salma Hayek, J-Lo, and Penelope Cruz. Notice the three Latinas, the queens.
Right.
That's right.
The common underlining factor.
That's right.
Good calls.
So I'm like, and they would get the best 3 minutes of their life.
Damn right.
And she's like, 3 minutes? You need to work on the stamina. That's some advice for you. And I'm like, I don't need your goddamn advice. If I want advice, I want to go watch porn like I normally do.
Damn right.
And she goes, men and porn. And I'm like, well, where the fuck am I supposed to learn how to do shit?
Right?
Oh my God.
Listen, I've been watching porn since I was 10. That's where I got my education from.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's not like
I would have never known to throw my leg up on the desk.
It's not like my It's not like my stepdad came home one day and said, "Hey,
this is what you do.
Take a seat.
I'm gonna tell you how I bang
your mom is slipping into something more comfortable. I'm gonna show you how to eat a box."
Right?
No. That doesn't happen.
There's no YouTube videos on boxing.
Listen,
are you sure?
Well,
I don't know.
There might be, right. But let me ask you this.
I don't need you to look.
Okay.
Wait. Let me ask you all this. Where did you all learn about sex?
Oh, easy. Playboy, porn. I like that.
Thank you.
Actually, Playboy, porn, my grandfather.
Well, what did your grandfather show you?
Playboy.
Okay, so he gave you the magazine.
Yeah.
He didn't have a woman next to him and she's like, this is what you do.
No, he wasn't like, here's how you finger blast a box.
Last time I checked, high school did not have a course, and definitely college did not have fucking 101 that you can enroll in, and you'd be like, oh, I'm taking this class because I got to learn me how to get slayed and shit.
No, I mean, sex ed was very basic. Penis goes in vagina, causes babies. Don't do that.
I don't fucking read. I read. Now
I'm a visual learner. Let's watch.
I'm a visual learner. And listen, my stepdad had plenty of porn laying around for me to watch.
My parents kept their videos up above the cereal bowls in the fucking kitchen.
Like I didn't know that.
I'm not joking. They did, and it was like my 8th birthday, and we're like, hey, you want to see something cool? We go to the kitchen, pull it down, plug it into the VHS, and my friends are like...
So everybody gets their education from porn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you not?
Look what I found in
Where did you learn your education from? You showed her? Good man. But where did he get his education from?
Because you know what I was doing? Going to school and trying to get an education.
Well, that's
I was
cool.
a goody-goody two-shoes little cheerleader.
Well, that's cool, but he was more interested in giving you pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah, she was busy trying to learn geography and get a college degree, and I'm over here going, let me see how to figure out how to bang this.
Yeah.
Let me see how to make it squirt.
Right? Come here, I want to try something. Oh, get away!
Listen, besides a book on positions that I bought with Michelle at one point.
Okay, the Kama Sutra?
No, this was like a funny book.
Oh, okay.
And he would show you like all kinds of positions and shit.
Right.
Other than that, Pornhub and whatever else. Well, there wasn't Pornhub at the time. It was literally my.
Yeah, you didn't have a cell phone back then.
It was my stepdad's VHS.
Yeah, of course.
My stepdad would come home and I'd be like,
you always make sure to zero out the VHS so that way whatever you watched, you could always rewind back to the zero.
Well, listen.
I had to take the pencil. Like
I would be watching porn and I hear my stepdad pull up and I'm like, oh shit, turn that shit off, pretend like I was watching cartoons or whatever the fuck it was on TV. And he'd be walking around and he'd be like, hey, I don't see a movie that was supposed to be there. I'm just,
the crusty socks?
Just know that I see things. And
that's all you had to do.
And he keep walking. But I never heard anything from my mom, so I don't know if he ever ratted me out.
But she knew.
I seriously doubt it. No, I seriously doubt it. Because if my mom had found out that I was watching his porn.
Oh, that shit would have been gone.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be gone. I would have been in trouble. I would have got smacked. Be like, you're too young to be watching that shit. You don't need to be watching that shit. That's what I thought. She would have smacked me. Definitely. So I'm thinking, since she never did and she never had to talk with me about it, that my stepdad never ratted me out. But it was quite a few times that he would walk by and be like, I see something missing. I see something missing.
I literally used to sit on the couch and I would have Florida Sportsman, and then inside the Florida Sportsman was a Playboy. So that way my granny never knew that I was looking at Playboys. And
your granny knew. Give me a fucking break.
My granny found my stash when I moved out.
I was in the barn one time. We had horses and stuff, so we had barns and like.
Please tell me that your education wasn't with horses.
No.
Okay.
But I was going through boxes, and there was box after box just full of
porn
magazines. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if it was my mom's or my stepdad's.
Oh.
It was crazy.
I mean, because then back in those days, you get those off the wall like Beaver Hunter, Porn Mag. The just really obscure. Like, this is not Playboy. This is dirty.
Yeah, I don't think it was Playboy. I don't remember it being Playboy, but it was.
Well, because Playboy was nice and kind of clean, and then like Hustler was like a dirty one. Was a little dirty.
Yeah, it would show snatch.
There had to have been thousands of magazines. Like,
oh, for sure.
So, Shary, where did you get your education from?
It would probably be from the guys that I dated.
They were probably
so. See, it's porn. Our job to watch. It is porn.
Our job, right? To educate the females,
so that way we provide a good service.
How does this feel?
Right. See, so we do it for y'all.
We do it for y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just remember that.
So come to find out.
Can you wash some clothes for me too?
Wash some clothes?
You gotta, the whole porn thing is not even doing it right. You gotta do the things that actually stimulate us first.
Yeah.
Well,
according to the video, all I need to do is wear like a repairman outfit.
Well, listen, that is something that I have actually picked up from porn. Because porn, they don't dive right into it.
No, you got to work it up.
You got to work it up and make it to where they're getting hot and steamy. So they
you got to turn the faucet on before it gets wet.
Yeah. And guess what? I also learned that from porn.
Yeah, you got to.
Thank you.
So cleaning does help.
Come to find out, my work wife watches porn too.
Oh, girls watch it.
I'm like, and you're here, judging me because I watch porn?
Here's the difference, Walo.
Fuck out of here.
Here's the difference.
Sharika.
Me and you, we will admit. Somebody goes, hey man, do you watch porn? You go, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I do. Now, you ask a woman, hey, do you watch porn? They will never fucking admit it.
She admitted it. Well, I do watch porn too.
There's those rare
Shut up!
But
stop judging me!
99% of women are going to go,
No.
See?
The only times I ever have is with you.
Because I was going, see, this is where I picked that up. You like that move? Don't be freaking out when I throw my leg up on shit.
Only time.
You ain't got time to ever watch it.
I don't.
Well, she's like, I've got some free time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah. Yep.
Now you got kids. So
that was before I got free time. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
I found out my ex had a porn addiction when he would deny that he was watching it, but I would find crusty underwear at the computer.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, now see, that's rough.
and he would lie about it.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so I started to have a problem with porn because it was being used.
When does it cross the line from watching it for educational purposes
I think
to an addiction?
Well,
When you lie, when you hide, when
you lie, when you hide, and when it starts taking, like, it would be a problem where if it goes, okay, so instead of actually interacting with my wife and having sex, I would rather watch porn and just jerk off.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you have a problem. That's
It's
where
like-
you got to go,
That's probably pretty accurate.
I'll probably be more like, I got a new trick. You ready?
Yeah. And that's what she does. Every time I do that, I go, hey, I saw something. She goes,
I'm not watching another goddamn video. Quit showing me videos.
no, that's on Instagram. I don't show her half the shit on Instagram.
Is that the 2 girls, 1 cup?
She saw that. I showed it. Yeah. Of course. I mean, everybody has to be subjected to that.
I've
one
never
thing.
watched it.
Really?
I won't.
What is it?
I fucking refuse to watch it.
Two girls, 1 cup.
It's disgusting.
It's so overrated.
Too many guys have talked about it, and I want nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Like,
You've got 2 girls, 1 cup, and then you got one
Why
guy,
are you
1
looking
cup.
around like you've never watched it?
I don't know what that is.
You've never seen 2 girls, 1
they're
cup?
shitting in a cup.
Sitting in a cup?
Yeah,
and then
it's 2 Asian girls with
Well,
like,
that's a
And then other stuff.
and then gurgling with it.
Ugh.
Well, listen, that's a scrum I'm not eating.
no.
That shit better be clean.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's
so gross.
if you've ever been to the weird
God,
weird side of the internet, you've seen shit. Yeah,
I did see something.
just like blue waffle.
I
Everybody's
did-
seen blue waffle.
I did see something that was pretty funny, but this is back in like 2001. My old roommate goes, bro, you have to check this out. So this chick takes a bottle of Heineken,
Okay,
shakes it up,
right.
puts it up her ass, and like all
And
this
it
shit
just-
comes out and
So,
spreads the wall. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you showing me? That's funny. And I'm like, oh, that's disgusting.
my dad sent me that video. Hold on. My dad sent me that video, and I had just gotten an iPhone, so it went onto my cloud, and my kids had access to, like, and all of a sudden,
you don't
I'm
have
in the
an
car.
iPhone no more.
No, hell no.
Why not?
Because because my work
Because
has
of the iCloud?
yeah, my work has iPhones and iCloud, and I was like, I don't want nothing. I don't.
Yeah, no cross reference.
So we were riding in the car, and my kids are like, they were younger, and they're like, "Mommy, we saw something bad." I was like, "What'd you see?" And they showed me. I was like, "How the fuck?" And I'm like, "My dad texted, how did that get on there?" And that's when I figured out how the cloud worked.
Yeah, I learned.
How do you explain that to them? I mean, they were like probably
Somebody sent
7
Honey,
and 10.
don't ever do that, okay?
Yeah, that's called spam. Don't
listen,
ever look at it.
It was probably worse that my dad fucking sent that to
Your
me.
grandpa sent me that as a joke. Your grandpa.
No, you can't even say that.
I was driving. I wanted to die.
Yeah, you can't even say that because then they'll go to grandpa. Hey, can you send us another joke? Like, what? No.
Well, I think that, nowadays, everything being digital, you don't have to worry about your kids finding your stash of porn and watching it on a computer or a DVD. Because
They can just find their own.
well, that's true.
Oh my god.
But
I'm just saying.
but don't you have like parental controls on their stuff, on their devices?
That shit don't always work.
Yeah, it does,
it-
but it doesn't always work.
Right.
I remember.
So what does Jakey's phone look like?
I don't know.
You might want to look into it.
I really.
But that's the thing. Do you want to?
I want to. I already found him watching porn when he was 9.
Oh, that's ahead of the curve. I started at 10.
I had let him use.
Oh.
I had let him use the
Do we have to
tablet.
stop? All right.
I'll call him back in a second.
Okay.
I'd let him use the tablet at night because I was trying not to go on like medication for his ADHD. So I was
First
working
mistake.
on meditation and like binaural beats for at night to help him sleep. And so I left the fucking tablet in there and I went to go get it first thing in the morning. As soon as I turn it on, it's got porn everywhere. Bing, he binged and he was like sex and boobs, typed it in and he's denying it the whole. I'm like, dude, you typed it in.
Well, that's when you learn about search history.
So
Like,
yeah,
hey.
I pulled it up and it was just, and I was,
Boobs and barbecue
he was like,
sauce.
I
what
didn't
are you
do that.
looking
And I
for?
said,
Trying to
Boobs
go to
and
sleep
barbecue
with an
sauce.
alternative way.
and then he was like, it was a pop-up. And I was like, no, you purposely went to Bing and typed it in. Like, there's no pop-up to that. It popped up because
relax,
you put it in.
Mom. I was trying
So
to relax.
he went no electronics for a while after that. Now he's got his phone. I'm like, I don't even want to look.
Yeah,
No.
She's like, look,
I don't.
I had blue balls. I was trying to get a
I've
good
got-
night's sleep.
I've already got my daughter's boyfriend at the house again. I need Walo to take care of that.
Oh, connect me. I'll take care of it.
That was so funny though.
Just remember.
We set up I have the ring and then I have a webcam in the house. And I set up the ring to the hallway and I told her, no boys go past this. They can go to the bathroom, but they cannot go down the hallway to your room. So I set up the ring at Jake's room, which looks at her door, and it rung for some reason or something. So Walo goes on there and the boy was in the living room with Jake. And Walo goes over the ring, so it's in the hallway and goes, whatever you do, hey boy, whatever you do to her, I'm doing to you. So watch that from the webcam, and they're like looking around. Caitlin texts me from the bathroom, I heard a voice.
Listen, if you want me to scare your daughter's boyfriend away, I'm just a call away.
There you go.
And I only charge $50 per minute.
Boom.
So that's for anybody. Anybody!
All right, let's wrap it.
Yeah, let's wrap it because I guess you got to go. You got shit to do.
Well, Dad's just wondering when we're coming over, and we need to go do one more thing before we go over there.
All right. You guys got anything
That
else?
one thing.
Yeah, Publix.
You guys got anything else you want to plug? Amanda, any shout outs to your nurse friends?
I love you, nurse friends.
Keep playing
You
them
know,
cards.
a couple of them actually liked one of the
Yeah.
stuff that you share in the
That
page.
that
so.
is very true. I had some of my fellow nurse.
We're the #1 leading podcast at Mayo.
Yeah. Among nurses.
Among nurses.
We are pro nurse.
We
here.
are pro nurse.
As much time as I spent in the hospitals, I am pro nurse.
Pro.
Sherry, anything else you want to add?
No, I'm okay.
Chris, any shout outs?
Nah, man, I'm good.
All right. Well, again, I want to shout out Dean at the training yard and Puma for making some dope ass shoes. The classic look, yet with the new technology. Hell fucking yeah. And we'll catch you motherfucking next week. Peace.